Our next closure is the snap. Snap is two metal pieces that snap together. You need to have a fold in the fabric or two pieces, separate pieces that are snapping, and they're not meant to be seen from the outside typically. So you want your stitching to be really small so that it doesn't distract from the outside. Now I've already cut my thread about an arm's length so that when it's folded over it's about 18 inches long. And then I'm gonna pick my snap. It needs two pieces to work. And you can see I have three different sizes of snaps here. These are called Whopper Poppers, and that's its real name. And then these are size 4 and these are size 1. I know that because I looked at the bin label when I pulled them out. I do not have the sizes memorized and it's not written on there, but you can get some from the supply cabinet. So you need two pieces. You need the receiver and then the prong, also known as the male and female. So I'm gonna actually use the medium size because these little guys are too hard to see. And those big guys are very strong. So we're gonna go with the middle size. And sometimes you can get confused and think that the female, when it's flipped over, is the male, but you just wanna double check that you have two pieces that are different. See, this one has like the extra support here, and the male is just flat on the back. So you have these two pieces. And you're gonna line it up. I like to make sure my snap holes are like north, south, east, west, rather than east, west, so that, I don't know, it just looks neat. A lot of sewing is just making it look neat. If it's super messy, then it's just more noticeable. I'm gonna do my beeswax on my thread just to avoid tangles. And I've got it lined up here. I'm gonna start from the back and at the top of my snap. I'm gonna just go around this one hole like that, and then make sure that I keep the smallest little dash here in the back, like so. And I'm gonna go around each of these holes 4 times. So this is number 3. Oops, I have a little loop. I do not want any loop-de-doos. So I'm gonna pull that and make sure that I pull it tight from the front and work that loop out of my thread. Okay, that was number 4. When I'm ready to move on to the next hole, I don't want to have the thread, I don't want to knot off and stop. I want to keep the thread continuous. Saves time. And I don't want the thread to just be a long dash across here or in the front. So because my fabric is double layered, I'm going to go into the back of the fabric and tunnel between the layers until I pop out in the front at the next hole. So you see how that's in between the layers of fabric? You can't see it on the front or the back. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna come out through this hole, and then you're gonna sew it 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, no loop-de-doos, and the tiniest little stitch on the back. I'm gonna pass it in between the layers of fabric and come out at the next one. And then I'm gonna stitch it another 4 here and 4 there. when I'm ready to knot it off, I go to the back. Don't want to catch that button again. And right where I have my little dash, I make a stitch. And before my loop goes away, I pass my needle through it 2 times. 1, 2. And I trim my thread. Half of my snap is done, and then I have to do the other side over there. I can probably use this thread, it's probably long enough. But if it isn't, I just make a knot and then get myself a new piece of thread to finish the project. So now I have my 4 little dashes, nice and neat on the back, nice and neat on the front. They're the same size, they fit together, and they don't pull off when I unsnap. Snap, unsnap, nice and strong.